Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we'll be taking a look at the Adidas Harlem for the first time. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. For joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to be discussing the Adidas Harlem silhouette, which originally released back in the 80s. We'll go through the overview of these, then jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled this classy colorway. Then we will conclude with how these are doing on the resale market. So let's jump right into it. As far as the release goes, these only dropped on Adidas and SNS, so they were pretty limited as a matter of fact. These were basically a sneaker that originally released in the 80s. Not too much information on them except that it was pretty limited release when these did initially come out in the 80s. So they brought this back pretty much from the archives and they tapped Jim Jones to actually help with the release of these, that being he is from Harlem, so it made sense. As far as materials used, they really came through with some high quality materials. I would say that the leather they used on the upper is quite nice and tumbled. It's in a clean, classy white tone. And then the front of the suede here is in a light gray. Laces are in a white color scheme. And then underneath we've got a leather tongue, which has some nice navy hues on it for the Adidas logo and branding. Let's take a look at those details and move along to the side paneling. You do get some additional laces inside the box as well, which are in a cream colorway. So if you're wanting to give it more of a vintage vibe, you can also switch them out for these cream tone laces. Working our way to the side panels, we've got a really cool color combination for the three stripes. It goes from a light blue to a dark blue. So I do love that they've kind of switched up the color scheme of having just one color for all three stripes and doing kind of an ombre effect. In between that is some tumbled white leather, which works its way to the back of the heel. On the back is where we've got navy and the Adidas logo and branding is in navy. The interior is also in a white and navy color scheme, and the lateral side of the sneaker is the same as the medial as far as color blocking goes. When we work our way down to the midsole and outsole, it's finished off in a nice vintage feel for a color scheme of this nice off-white sail tone. Let's take a look at those last and final details. All right, so as far as size and fit goes, I would actually say stick true to size this one. I typically size down in most of my Adidas silhouettes, so I opted for a 7 and they are way too small. So definitely stick to your regular size. Don't size down on this specific silhouette. I do have high arched, narrow feet, so do take that into consideration when deciding on what size range will work best for you. All right, so now let's talk about how I style this really cool color combination. For the first look, I decided to wear a khaki colored button down jacket with a cropped white tank and a nice cream and white mini skirt.
We getting down with the sound of the old school vibe. Keep it alive with my tribe survive. Everybody know we gon' do it like this. Come on, everybody don't stop, don't quit. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get down when we give it to you.
And for the second look, I decided to wear a floral printed button down tee with matching pants in a nice light blue and white color scheme.
Yeah, come on. We getting down with the sound of the old school vibe. Keep it alive with my tribe survive. Everybody know we gon' do it like this. Come on, everybody don't stop. Yeah, come on. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get.
And for the last and final look, I wore a white long-sleeved dress that was a mini dress in navy and white.
Do it like this. Come on, everybody don't stop. Yeah, come on. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm. It's the sound, everybody get down when we give it to you. Before you even try, I won't rush. No, we can take our time. Don't wanna cross a line, but would you be mine? We don't need to rush. We can slow it down. Say anything you want, you can get it down. How long will it be until you figure out you're more than just a friend? I need you all around. I know I can love you right. Don't.
So as far as the retail goes, these retailed at $110 and they're currently going between $160 to $300. That's it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We'll catch you all next episode.
Before you even try.